I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand came to Thompson Town Park today to meet kids who are getting fed through a summer lunch program. And it's where she pushed for passage of federal legislation she's sponsoring that would make it easier for more children in need to become eligible to receive free breakfast and lunches during the summer months. And the Summer Meals Act has the strong backing of people like Monticello School District Food Service Manager Andy Yeomans, who's seen firsthand the alarming increase in the number of children who depend on school nutrition programs for the food they need.
The Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act brings in the National School Lunch Program and the School Breakfast Program, and during the summer we lack the continuity. Anything, especially Senator Gillibrand's legislation, is going to bring forward more of a capacity for school districts and other areas throughout the country to be able to provide this vital resource for children who live under conditions of food insecurity. There's a tremendous gap, and with food stamps and other federal programs being cut back constantly, this is one more way for us to be able to bring federal dollars back home, which, you know, for us here in Sullivan County and for other counties throughout the nation, again, it's an incredibly difficult task to do.
The Summer Meals Act would lower the threshold to allow areas with 40% or more of their students receiving free or reduced lunches to be eligible for summer meals as well. Gillibrand says by lowering the eligibility requirements, more kids who are now falling through the cracks will get fed when they're not in school. Record number of children in Orange, Ulster, and Sullivan counties, 41,000, now rely on school meals. Gillibrand says currently in New York State, more than 1.7 million kids get free or reduced school lunches, but only 27% of them have access to meals during the summer. He got the maximum allowable sentence. Town of Wawarsing resident Donald Fairweather Jr. will serve a prison term of from 5 to 15 years for causing a car crash that claimed the life of another driver last September. Fairweather had pleaded guilty to a first-degree vehicular manslaughter charge. He admitted to driving drunk when his car slammed head-on into another vehicle on Route 52 in Walker Valley, killing 65-year-old Vadim Mushtaq of Ellenville. Mushtaq's wife was seriously injured in the crash. State police investigators estimated Fairweather's speed at 80 miles an hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. A condition of Fairweather's sentence includes the installation of an ignition interlock device on his vehicles when he's released from prison. They made the city of Newburgh waterfront one of their stops during voyages aboard the HMS Bounty, a replica of the historic vessel used in the film Mutiny on the Bounty and in Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Well, just months after its June 2012 Newburgh stop, the Bounty sank off the North Carolina coast during Superstorm Sandy. 2 of the 16 crew members were lost, including Captain Robin Walbridge and crew member Claudine Christian. Well, Saturday, a monument honoring their memory and the entire Bounty crew was unveiled on the Newburgh waterfront. Newburgh native Jim Williams had worked to raise donations to make the monument project a reality.
They just became our friends. That's the relationship we had. I can tell you honestly, they didn't come here to make money. They came up here because we just reformed a relationship. You know, it was just a friendly type of thing, and then came up twice. And we put 12,000 people on that ship. So it just was a relationship we had. We made a decision in 2012, after the ship went down, that we were going to put a monument in place. Unfortunately, it took us 2 years, but guess what? We now have it. It's a historic treasure that the world has lost, that they'll never be replaced.
Saturday's ceremony did more than just pay tribute to the Bounty and its crew. It also hailed the efforts of the Coast Guard in rescuing 14 of the 16 crew members. And following the memorial dedication, the Coast Guard put on a Hudson River demonstration of the air-sea rescue technique used in the operations, like the one that saved the 14 crew members in the churning Atlantic off the North Carolina coast back in October 2012. Investigators will attempt to determine the cause of a 2-alarm blaze that ripped through a house in South Fallsburg Sunday afternoon. The blaze leveled the home at 362 La Vista Drive. No one was reportedly home at the time the fire broke out. About 50 firefighters were called to the scene, but had no chance of saving the structure. Elsewhere, police in Monticello have made a second arrest in connection with a burglary and theft at the Monticello liquor store back in May. 22-year-old Gwendolyn Reynolds of Monticello has been charged with burglary, grand larceny, and criminal mischief for the theft of more than $1,500 worth of merchandise from the Pleasant Street business. Police say Reynolds and several others broke into the store through a side window. 22-year-old Daquan Smith of Monticello was arrested 4 days later. Additional suspects are still being sought. When neighbors spotted people inside a vacant house on Blueberry Lane Sunday, a call was made to Town of Newburgh police, and responding police officers saw several people leave the house and run off into a wooded area. 2 of the 4 were arrested, 19-year-old Gabriel Toro and 22-year-old Reuben Robinson Melvin, both of New Windsor. They've been charged with felony burglary and criminal mischief. Search continues for the 2 other burglars. Police say the men were cutting copper and other metals from inside the home that was in foreclosure and is currently unoccupied. Police say a large pile of metal was discovered near the rear door and more found inside an SUV parked nearby. Main Street Rosendale was party central over the weekend as thousands of people turned out for the annual Rosendale Street Festival that featured 150 vendors along with music from 75 bands performing on 5 stages. And for many, the festival is the opportunity to reconnect with friends and celebrate community. Donations made by festival goers will be used to support music programs in the Kingston, New Paltz, and Round Valley school districts. And it was definitely a Super Sunday in the city of Kingston, where Boyce Brothers Dairy created the world's longest sundae. Vanilla ice cream, sprinkles, chocolate sauce, and whipped cream stretching more than 1,600 feet long. And with help from more than 900 volunteers, Boyce employees served up their super-sized sundae to more than 5,000 hungry dessert lovers who had gathered in the city's Roundout district to witness the world record attempt and to eat. City officials will now send documentation to the folks at Guinness to show that they have broken the record for world's longest sundae, which turned out to be longer than 3 football fields. Boyce Brothers Dairy held the event as part of their 100th anniversary celebration, and about $20,000 was raised with the money to go to benefit the new Hudson River Stewards program. And as you'd expect, it didn't take long for folks to devour the monstrous sundae before it melted. Some hot days ahead, and it'll be humid out there as well. Tuesday will be partly sunny with high levels of humidity, and we can't rule out the possibility of a passing shower tomorrow. The highs will be in the upper 80s. More heat and humidity Wednesday with temperatures up around 90 degrees under a mostly sunny sky. Well, you'll find the news and information to help start your day each morning in the Times-Herald Record. And breaking news, as always, just a click away right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.